Yo, what's up? My name's Patrouski, and I am determined to complete Road to PokeMMO Season 3 this episode. Now, I know that may seem pretty insane since I'm only sitting at 6.3 mil Pokeyen at the moment, and the goal to end the series is 10 million Pokeyen. But we do have a pretty big shiny flip active on the GTL that I've been sitting on for quite a while. This is also a pretty good example of kind of a mistake that I made. I probably should have sold this thing for a lot less a long time ago, and I'm getting punished for it, but that's totally okay. We also have a little bit of a surprise in our bag that I'll show you guys later that I want to go ahead and sell off. We have a bunch of Pokeyen sitting around, we have capital built up, and we have these things to collect as well as things to relist here. We can also take advantage of the fact that Johto just came out in PokeMMO, and there's tons of ways and loopholes in the market right now to make a ton of Pokeyen. But first things first, let's go ahead and get started and start relisting some of these Pokemon that weren't able to sell or just kind of died off on the GTL. And make sure that if you enjoy your time here today to like the video and subscribe to let me know. I do upload PokeMMO videos every single day and usually stream 4 times a week, Monday through Thursday. First things first, this Skitty was up for 20k and didn't sell. Let's see why. I think really the reason why it was just a bad time. I think when I listed a lot of these Pokemon, prices were pretty low on things, but right now the market has really rebounded. The market and the economy and the player base is just super active right now. So there's a lot of people playing and there's a lot of ways to make money. A lot of Pokemon are in a lot more demand right now. I'm just going to eyeball this one and relist it probably for around 15k or so. I think that's pretty fair. It's definitely not the most amount of money I could get for this Skitty, but I think getting our quick returns here is going to be more valuable. This budget Mienshao comp, I can go ahead and just list for 50k. I'm comfortable with that. And before I get ahead of myself, I'm going to bring up the calculator in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen and keep track of all of our expected profits. We listed that one Skitty for 15k, and we're about to list this for 50k. So far, we're sitting around on 65k expected profit. Now, obviously, that's not considering the cost it went into actually getting these Pokemon. It was pretty cheap. I think this Mienfo was bought for like 10k or less, probably 5k. Obviously, it's not considering the time it takes to EV train. It's not a perfect way to calculate, but it should be pretty fair. Maybe take off 30% or 20% or so by the end of the video. This Graveler has really been having a tough time selling, unfortunately. I feel like this is something that's going to need to be evolved into a Golem to get it to sell a little quicker to get more people interested into it as a competitive Pokemon. Next up, this Bulbasaur should be a pretty easy relist. Modest, 2x31 in the stats that it needs, 20 plus in the other things. Missing special defense, but just an absolutely solid Pokemon that's in pretty good demand. Missing hidden ability, unfortunately, but pretty much all Bulbasaur are. Usually you have to tack that on. There's actually so few Bulbas listed right now with these stats. That's kind of nuts. Let's just go ahead and get rid of the 20 plus and actually just check Modest. That's probably going to give us a better check. I do kind of wish it was a female Bulbasaur. Like, look at this. There's no Bulbasaurs on the market. That is crazy. It's just so wildly active right now. I'm going to go ahead and relist that thing for probably 160k, and I think that should sell pretty fairly. It's actually higher than what I had it listed for prior, and we'll add that on over to our calculator as well. All right, but I'm going to do the rest of these off camera and show you guys what it looks like afterwards, and we'll go ahead and check the number. I'm excited to see how much expected profit we have after listing them all off. All right, and after relisting everything, we have an expected profit of 545,000 Pokeyen, which is super nice. The Venonats should be pretty interesting since Venomoth is also pretty desired right now in PvP, but now it's time to go ahead and claim all 234,000 Pokeyen. I'm also going to go ahead and add that to our calculator to essentially show us, hey, how much money is being made this episode in absolute total. So we're sitting at 6.5 million Pokeyen, but I have one more thing that I want to sell off. The stack of items that I was kind of hiding from you guys that I bought. I believe I bought these at the end of Season 2 of Road to PokeMMO or around that time. Now, I want to preface, this is not how you should do an investment. You should hold an investment for at least 2 years, usually 4 to 6 if you're a controlled person. I think this is way too quick to sell these things, but I did buy all of these for around 5 to 8k, and now they're worth around 19k, and I need Pokeyen. I think for this challenge, I think it's an okay thing to go ahead and try to sell these off and see how it goes. I am excited to see how much they go for. 1.8 mil. 1.8 mil, listing fee of 90k, so I'm just going to go ahead and do 1.7 mil to be totally honest. 1.7 mil added to our calculator. Seems OP, seems insane. We're currently sitting at 6.4 million Pokeyen. We have 2.47 or whatever expected coming in, minus the amount that we already physically have. I'm trying to push for this. We're gonna have to wait a lot of stuff to sell, but I really do think that we could push for 10 million in one episode. Speaking of money laying around on our account and in our inventory, we still have about a box of Dittos. I don't know how many of these have IVs and how many of these are just shittos. I haven't really sorted through them, but finishing up a box of Ditto and being able to sell that for around 200k and then selling off all the IVs, especially right now, the Ditto market has really rebounded and 1x31 Dittos are finally worth money again. We can check this one 1x31 speed. Let's go ahead and go over to speed. Let's search this. Let's do Ditto. Lowest price 10k or so for 1x31 speed Ditto. We haven't seen these prices in quite a while, which is a little sad, but it's a huge thing to see them back in action and actually correcting the market. So that's really cool to see. Dittos are finally good again, which is a nice feeling, especially since so much of this series and so much of this season especially was balanced around and really focused on getting to the Ditto location. But before I finish up that Ditto box, I do actually want to go ahead and sell off some of these Pokemon. Just these two Pokemon, I believe right here. These two Pokemon are flips that I bought on the GTL, but never actually relisted. Just a quick 1x31 Larvitar and a Ditto that was severely underlisted. Look at this thing's stats. I'm pretty sure I bought this for like 5 or 6k. The Larvitar should go for around 8k pretty easily. And the Ditto should sell pretty quickly for around 23k. I'm actually kind of underlisting it a little bit, but I'm also okay with that. The goodie bags are starting to sell. 20 of them just went. Our expected profit is already over 2.5 million in this episode. But a huge part of this episode is actually showing you guys how to make money throughout the Johto benefits without actually being in the Johto region. And that's something I want to talk about. There's a couple things that are pretty good right now. From what I've seen, Porygon breeding seems like really good profit, and Alpha Spheals or Alpha, the Water A egg group in general. The reason why the Water A egg group is especially good for Alpha Pokemon is because that's the egg group that Dragonite and Dratini are in, which is one of the most desired Alpha Pokemon. So Alpha male Water A Pokemon end up being pretty expensive, especially if you have good IVs. I actually want to go ahead and flip that. I bought that for 20k. We can go ahead and relist that for an easy 35k. Didn't expect to find such an easy, quick flip like that, making a pretty easy 15k here. That should sell pretty fairly. People need those for breeders if they do want a shiny hunt. Now, I am only going to add that onto the calculator as a plus 15k profit since I spent the money to make the money. But back to what I wanted to focus on, Water A Alpha Male Pokemon. If we sort by that, look for lowest price and look for like a 3x31, you'll see 128k, 140k. If we do a 2x31, you'll see that average 42k. Pretty fair, normal numbers. Let's check for females and see what's going on. I think we should be able to actually find some pretty cheap breeds here. So I'm going to go ahead. For example, if I were to buy a female with these 31s, this one actually is a 30 there, which is actually really, really tempting to carry over as well. This is going to give me, and more goodie bags are selling, which is really cool. This is going to cost 32k or so. And then if I bred that with a male with these stats, around 42k, 32k plus 42k, it's costing me what? Around 75k plus the 2 braces. It's going to end up costing me around 95k, and I'll be able to sell it for around 130k. That's like 30k profit, maybe 20 to 25k profit per breed every single time. Obviously, you don't want to flood a market with too many IVs and such, but there's just some really good margins right now because people really, really need those Water A male alpha Pokemon with good IVs. So I say we go ahead and start spending some money to make some money. I'm going to buy this one and see if I can find a cheaper matching pair to pass over that 30 IV, since that could be really, really, really powerful. I'll go ahead and buy this one as well since the IVs are pretty solid. I'm not sure if I'll actually be able to carry them over, but we'll go ahead and check. Let's just do 2 at a time. You don't want to get too overwhelmed when doing breeds like this, so you can really make a mistake and lose a lot of money. All right, it took a fair amount of digging, but I did go ahead and find this male Crawdont to match with this breed for 50k, which is a little more than I expected, but I think I should be able to up the price a little bit because of it. And if we get lucky on a speed roll, it could up things a lot. And after buying the braces, this is what the breed is going to go ahead and look like as we go through the screens. Crawdon, 3 times 31. It could high roll the speed. The HP should stay solid enough. And I do want to make sure I pay for this thing to be male. That's where a lot of the profit comes from. So it's definitely worth paying the 5K. I put a lot into this breed, but I think there's definitely going to be a lot of profit out on the other end as well. Let's do this Corsola next. Okay, and then next up, I'm super happy with this breed. I'll happily pay the 49K or whatever that costs. So I'm gonna go ahead and be bracing the HP on this one. We're gonna be defense bracing, excuse me, and we're gonna be letting the speed and special defense roll. Also, if either of these happen to roll a good nature, that's gonna increase our profits by like 30 to 50%. That's really the fun and consistency of breeding. There's so many ways to breed for profit super consistently, but then the coolest ones are when you just are breeding for profit for that 20 to 30K per breed, but then you happen to randomly roll in nature, and then it becomes an 80K or 100K profit just from the one breed. Here's what that will look like. 3 times 31, 25 plus. Unfortunately, don't have an OT Corsola, so this will be rolling with Star. I might want to go fix that before I breed it. That's usually how I kind of slowly get my Pokedex together on this account, and honestly, that's not such a bad idea at all. I'll probably just head over to, do Cerulean City, uncommon encounter in Kanto, a super chill way to just get that done. Hilariously, to actually be able to encounter Corsola to get it into your Pokedex, you have to fish at this location specifically in the water. So I have to like go in and then loop around, because if you stay up towards that top side of the water, up towards the end of Nugget Bridge, you're actually still on Route 24. So you have to come down here to make sure the top left-hand corner of your screen, it says Cerulean City. All right, I had a weirdly difficult time actually encountering this Corsola, but here is the catch, and that'll add it to the Pokedex and at least get that done with. After hopping around to multiple locations, here is the catch. No IVs worth noting. Let's go finally breed this Pokemon for profit. Here we go, finally getting the breed together. If I didn't have to go get that Pokedex entry, this would have taken a lot faster, but even so, I'm actually pretty happy with like the 50K or so consistent, like confirmed profit from making these breeds. And one of our core fishes did go ahead and hatch, so let's go ahead and actually sell that over on the GTL. Let's price check this. Now there's two options here. I could underlist below this Dugong and go for 125K and go for a pretty fast sale, or I could sell it for around 140K and price it under this Floatzel and sell it a little slower but make a fair bit more money. This is one of those times where I think it's worth doing that. I believe it cost me somewhere around the realm of 100 to 110K to actually make, so this should be a pretty solid 30K profit, if not more. I'm just going to lowball it and guesstimate and add 30K profit over on the calculator. I am, however, absolutely starstruck and amazed that my goodie bags all sold within a couple of hours. This Troodon also sold, as well as that Ditto I was flipping, which I'm pretty happy about. This honestly gets me really interested more in the idea of flipping. I feel like that's a great way to make so much money. I do it a lot on my main account, but I don't do a whole lot of flipping on this series or this season. All right, our Corsola hatch, there we go, came out male, bold, 3 times 31, and then 20 plus in every other stat. Let's list it off. Should be an absolutely clean 150K listing. I don't even think I should have a problem selling at all, so I'll go ahead and list it at that and see how it goes. That should be, once again, around a 30 to 40K profit. I'm going to go ahead and do 30K just in case, since we had to pay 9K for the gender price there. And I've been sitting with this on the GTL for a little bit now, but I want to go ahead and collect it. Here is the goodie bag collection. Bam, 1.8 mil, putting us up to 8 mil out of 10 mil Pokeyen. If only something would sell, if some more things would sell, we really could close in on it. Okay, at this current moment, I'm torn between two different money-making methods. I want to go to Dittos, or I could go over to Shuckles and farm for fossils, because claw and root fossils specifically right now are so expensive, it's just insane. A lot of people need fossils right now to help them complete the Pokedex, to help them get access to Mount Silver. So people are buying them up. They're getting expensive. Look at this. Root fossil, 17K. Claw fossil was 20K or whatever. Dude, part of me really wants to go, and I think I'm going to. It just sounds really enticing, really fun. I really enjoy the Shuckle hunt. Let's go test it out. So for those who don't know, Shuckle farming and that form of money making is going to get me some fossils. It's over to the west of Lily Cove City in the Hoenn Safari Zone. Here, you're able to catch Shuckles, which also give you a chance of getting those fossils. Whenever you rock smash a Pokemon within a specific region, that Pokemon has a chance of obtaining that region's fossils. So since I'm in Hoenn, I could get root or claw fossils. I also want to go ahead and sell off the one XP charm 100% that I have, since they're worth around 70k now. So quickly, let's go ahead and do that. This is a huge reason why I kind of like buying weird items all over the place and having items within my bag as opposed to money, because if items go up, you can actually have your money do something and make something along the way. So I'm going to go ahead and list that off. I'm pretty sure I bought that when it was worth around 30 to 40k, so I'm very comfortable with that little price increase to make some Pokeyen. Now we're going to head inside the Safari Zone for 500 Pokeyen. You do have to have the Hoenn storyline completed to access the area that I'm about to get to, which is just in the northeast of the Safari Zone. So if you bike in here and then come in here and then head east all the way over here, come through. Did I bring a Rock Smash Pokemon? I totally might have forgotten that. We'll fix that up really quick. Thankfully, a lot of my Pokemon can just go ahead and learn Rock Smash, and I don't really need any of these extra moves on them, so we'll go ahead and get rid of X's get Rock Smash on my Parasect. Keep heading to the northeast corner of this Safari Zone. Head over here, head in here, and here are the Shuckle rocks. Now, they did actually nerf these a bit back, so it is less Pokeyen now, but I'm curious to see how well I can do, especially with the price of fossils right now, which is why I came here. But you now can't just run down and run back up to respawn these rocks. You do actually have to wait 5 minutes after after smashing all the rocks. So I'm going to be setting a timer on my phone and doing these in 5-minute intervals. I do have a separate money-making guide covering this method in more detail if you want to see a video on that. There's our first Shuckle caught. They also do have a 100% chance of at least having a berry juice, so if no fossil, at least you get some juice to sip on. And then in the meantime, while you're waiting for the Shuckle rocks to go ahead and respawn, you just run back and forth in this location and kind of catch whatever Pokemon might be worth something. This can be male Teddiursas for the field day group, or even Miltanks here and there. Not really a great money-making method, but sometimes you'll find some Cyndaquils and you can try to catch them. It's pretty unlikely you will, but it's worth throwing balls at. But mostly you're just killing time before you can actually head back over to the Shuckle location and catch more of those, or you could get really lucky like I just did and get a 2x31 Teddiursa for no reason. That's really cool to see. It's been a while since I've seen those 2 green numbers. That should be a solid 40k or so. And then whenever the 5 minutes is up, you want to log out and log back in to reset the rocks. And it should look something like this. There we go. 5 minutes has passed. 5 more rocks for me to check for Shuckles. This is also an underrated money-making method and not really talked about for those that play other games or just want to do other things. If you want to spend the minute or so to check these rocks every 5 minutes and then go play the other game or do something else if you have a busy lifestyle while the rocks are respawning, that's a super fair and good idea. You have a lot of downtime here. Well, there's the ding-dong. Time's up in the Safari Zone. I've been in there for months, just randomly logging in here and there, logging in to catch a couple Shuckles, whatever I can, just abusing my steps, abusing the time that I could spend in there, and I still only got like 10 to 12 Shuckles. If that doesn't show you how burnt I am on this account for whatever reason, I don't know what does. I've talked about this so many times. I forget if I've even talked about it in this video. I've talked about it on my stream and everything. Road to PokeMMO just isn't for me at the moment, but that doesn't mean I don't want to finish this series. I want to finish this episode, and we're going to do some flipping. Specifically, we're going to collect all of this Pokeyen that I have been sitting on for quite a while, which is pretty nice, putting us up to 8.6 mil, so we're closer than we realize. And then I do want to go ahead and relist a shiny Tentacle that I've been sitting on for a little bit, and even if I have to flip this at neutral cost, I'm okay with doing so. I want to end this. I want to finish the challenge. The point was to show off money-making methods, and I do believe I've done that. I'm going to be listing it for 2.5 mil, which is still a profit, but should allow it to sell pretty freaking quickly, because I think someone might even be able to flip this for a couple 100k if they wanted to. I wouldn't buy something for 2.5 to flip it for 2.8 or 2.9, but some people may want to do that if they don't mind risking it. That should be a pretty fair sell. Let's list that and see how long it takes. I've got everything listed. It's just time to wait for a very anticlimactic end to the season. Alright, for a long time now, I've been struggling to complete the Cool Duder Season 3 of Road to PokeMMO. I've just been burnt on the account. It's been the one series that I've dreaded to record. You guys have heard that spiel a million times. So what am I doing today? Today, I'm streaming it, okay? What better way to ignite a new fire and enjoy a series more than to stream it with the boys, do some memes, do some dreams, breed for profit, and maybe even get a shiny? We'll see. Probably not. We'll breed for some profit. We'll do some flipping. I want to take a look at the 2012 market. I want to take a look at things like Medicham right now that are big money. Things like Hydreigon. Stuff like that would all be super huge. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Final episode of Season 3 live. I unironically love the idea of possibly doing an entire season of Road to PokeMMO live. I think that'd be a really cool change of pace. Probably Season 4 to make Sinnoh bearable. Honestly, kind of a good idea. We even have some Pokeyen to collect here. Let's go ahead and grab that. I'm not technically at a PC, even though I'm right in front of it. Sure, PokeMMO devs, why not? There you go. Putting me up to 8.74 mil. I only need 1.3 mil Pokeyen. Can I gain it here? We're going to try, okay? We're going to find out. Now, first things first, let's check out Medichams. I want to do something that people kind of miss out on mons like this. Medicham is big money right now. It is absolutely dominating the NU metagame. 55, almost 56% win rate, 27% usage. It's dominating, okay? What do we want to do with this? We want to look for 25s and defenses, ignoring the attack and speed stat for the most part, looking for those other stats, and then grabbing something like this, maybe 6k for this. That might be, I don't know if there's gonna be a whole lot of profit room on that, but it should be neutral money if not. I'm gonna go ahead and calc the, should we run up a calculator and calc how much profit we make in this episode, or expected profit? Yes, I'm gonna try to do that to the best of my ability. So we paid 6k for that, 7k or so. We'll keep that in mind, and then now I'm gonna go ahead and look for a breeder for it. I'm probably gonna go for a Ditto, but if it's female, I could also check the egg group. Okay, it is a Ditto breed for sure. I'm going to go ahead and check something like this, and then obviously get rid of a lot of the other stats. We'll go down to 20 pluses in these stats. Still looking really expensive. Wow, honestly, Ditto prices have gone up a lot more than I expected. Okay, this dampers the plan a bit, but it's still doable. Okay, the backup plan in a situation like this would be to go ahead and do 25 plus and go for like nature. Jolly, how much is this? 60k, obviously way out of the budget. Adamant, 50k, way out of the budget. Not gonna make any profit with a breed like that. Oh man, is the first breed gonna be a failure today? I don't think so, but we'll see. Do I just grab one of these and go for like a high roll? Like grab a Ditto like this for 4k and just randomly hope for a high roll? I'm kind of down, and then hope for like a nature roll. I'm kind of trying to salvage this breed at this point. I've kind of messed this up, but there still could be profit to be made. So we're gonna be randomly rolling these. This is hilarious. So there is a 25% chance I roll either high pass, attack, or speed. I only paid how much Pokeyen for this? Like 10k? It was 7k plus the, it was like 10k for this. So this might give me a good base, which I'd be happy with, or it could waste some of my time and money, but that's okay. Only 10k of an investment here, nothing crazy. We got the flame body Pokemon to leave the party. Let's hop on to a next breed while we kind of figure that one out. All right, we have 10k as our cost over on the calculator. Let's jump over to flipping and try something of that nature. Or we can check Typhlosions. I know Typhlosions have been in a weird spot recently. Let's see if there's any mild. We'll do modest, sure. 48k there. Mild. MI. There we go. Mild. And then rash. 50k. All around 50k or so. This one's way more at 180k. Kind of interesting. Let's check the 2012 market. How about that? Let's check what's going on. Not seeing any crazy deals today, but that's okay. We can always flip that on its head. See what's going on. It's not a War Turtle for 3 mil. War Turtle for 3 mil listed 7 minutes ago. Someone listed a bunch of Slowpokes recently. Slowpokes and I think Rhyhorns. A lot of the Safari Mons were listed in mass recently from 2012 Pokemon, which is interesting. Were those Chanseys? How much are Chanseys? Wait a minute. Dude, part of me wants to manipulate this market so bad, but it's such a heavy buy-in. But if I were to go ahead and just buy all of these Chanseys and relist them all for like 600 to 800k, I feel like there's actually some really interesting money to be made there, but it's just really risky. Let's keep looking though. What else has changed recently? I know Sharpedos are getting really good. Let's check Sharpedos, man. Maybe look at some OUT or something like that. I feel like Sharpedo is one of those mons that can get pretty darn cheap. Now you definitely want hidden ability access. It needs speed boost, like absolutely for sure. What's the cheapest? The cheapest speed boost Sharpedo looking at 19k or so. What if I go ahead and do 25? You don't really need the defensive stats as much on Sharpedo since it is just such an offensive Pokemon. Let's see if we can find, is there any flips here or any breeding? 35k for these. If I were to breed a good nature on, these are alphas. This is female. What age group is Sharpedo? I don't have it on this account, so I can't even check the age group. Man, lacking the Pokedex on this account can be a problem. Someone's saying Sharpedo is water C. So if I were to look for something like... The issue is getting... What nature do they go right now in PvP? Naive. Man, I'm just not... I'm going to be honest. I'm not seeing much today. I've had so much luck recently on streams doing flipping and stuff for profit. Today's one of the drier days, unfortunately. Let's just keep looking around, fellas. Ooh, how much are Tyrannitars right now? It's kind of interesting. I know hidden ability Tyrannitars and alpha T-Tars are probably in an interesting spot. And so there's so few of them. I'm really curious, actually, what this static spawn will end up doing. This is honestly... I guess you could farm alt accounts for them, which is kind of interesting, but it's Pokedex completion, so it's not really an easy farm, you know? Okay, our Meditite hatch. So let's deal with that. Came out Relaxed Nature. The speed high rolled. Exactly. Perfect. Okay. That's actually really, really good. This is exactly what we're looking for. So we got the high roll on the speed. That's literally perfect. Now I can go ahead and have to get a Ditto again, unfortunately, but this is where it might get kind of expensive. Man, this I'm going to check for 25s, but I think it's going to be way too expensive for me. But it's interesting. Yeah, like 120k. No, thank you. No, thank you. But if I go down to like 20s and defenses... 20k 1 minute ago. I'm gonna snipe that up, I think. Yep, gonna snipe that up. 20k. So far we've paid 10k plus 20k. We've paid 30k. Oh, this is gonna be way better than I thought. We've paid 30k for this breed. I'm looking forward to this. I feel like this is gonna come out really good, actually. We're gonna make some profit on this, I feel like, for sure. If the attack bracers, that's plus 10k, so 40k spent on this Meditite breed. Now if it rolls nature, that's where this becomes crazy lucrative. Let's head over to the old man. Pop this in his daycare. Do the breed. Throw an attack. 25 plus and everything for the most part. This could get pretty nuts. We'll see how the nature rolls. Let's check Rotoms. I feel like Rotoms always have consistently good... There's usually something in like... Genderless Mons are really good to check. I'm going to go ahead and check 25s like this. I will say Dittos are more expensive now, so there's less room for breeding for profit compared to how there used to be. This is a crazy Rotom. What a weird Rotom catch. Wow. Adamant Nature. Huh. Nothing available for Rotoms, as we can see. 20 plus like this. 31 attack, hilariously. Okay. This is kind of interesting. I could see breeding this for profit, honestly. Relaxed Nature is like somewhat hilariously usable. Let's put like a 20 here and see 12k. Yeah, it's that one. Yeah, I'll try this. 6 minutes ago this was listed. Yeah, we can make a Rotom breed here for sure. I think we could do something with this. So 12k was the cost for this. We're just gonna... So what I'm gonna do is I am going to plug in all of the costs for today, and then I'm gonna sell everything at the very end, and we'll sell everything, and then we'll do all the... We'll subtract at the very end, so we'll just stockpile everything. All right, so here is our Rotom. I need a breeder for this. Should just be some sort of really easy Ditto to get, probably. And I probably just go for... The hilarious question becomes, do I just want to straight up Everstone Relaxed Nature and go for like a slow but teleport, like budget slow teleport Rotom Wash? Like that hilariously could be the play. I just go Ditto here. I could even go Ditto 25 in these stats if that's the play and not worry about speed stat. So what I would do here is I would buy, like this was just listed, buy this Ditto. This is a very strange breed, but it's honestly a very good budget Rotom Wash. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this. I'm going to Everstone. I need to buy an Everstone. That Ditto was what? 4k? I feel like that was 4k. I feel like that was 4k, something like that. We're going to grab that. We're going to buy an Everstone. We'll grab 2 of those for now, so it's plus 10k. I'll probably need one of those later. 10k onto our cost. Head over. Put this on the Rotom. We're going to keep the Relaxed Nature hilariously. Read it. And this is going to allow me to... What am I even doing here? Am I just upping the stat? I'm mostly just making it a different form. I could have just probably flipped this Rotom or like changed it into a... I don't know what I need to do with this breed. What is this breed even doing? Am I trolling? I feel like I'm making bad decisions, but that's okay. Ditto was 4k. Still should be some good prop. I'll breed it down to a baby Rotom, then people can choose what they want to do with it. All right, 66k spent. I need to take my time, look for a better breed here, look for a good flip. It makes sense though. Like, I'm not making any great flips today at the moment, but that's okay. That's realistic and it happens, you know? Bunny tail for 25k. Some streams, I'll literally make like 2 mil within 2 hours, and this is not really being one of those right now, but you know what? That's the excitement and the fun of flipping, okay? And breeding for profit. Wait, this Vulpix seems pretty good. I don't know if it's flippable though, sadly. It probably is for like a little bit. We'll see. That might be a bad buy, but we'll see. 'Cause I don't know how many people are willing to like put a prismatic pearl and stuff like this. I mean, I'm flipping it here for like 3k or something. I think I'm losing money after listing fee. I'm making like 1k after listing fee. Big flip, boys. Let's check some alphas and see if I can do anything with these. 2x3 on here on Golem. That seems really good, but maybe that egg group is just trash. I mean, Mineral is not a super beloved egg group for sure. Jolly Sudowoodo though, like 25. I love Sudowoodo. Is it? I know it's not good, but is it really this bad? Like this seems cheap. It's been up for 7 days though. The next one. I'm gonna buy this and try to breed it for profit. Hilariously, so we're gonna go male, mineral. It's adamant nature. Yeah, no, I feel like this is awesome. Okay, no, I feel like this could be really good. What's the hidden ability? Anything useful? Not really. Sand Veil. I feel like this could be really good. I feel like this could be a good breed. Paid 25k for this. I'm add that to the calculator for the total cost of things today. 25. So we're gonna do like this, and we need to roll up the defense. So I'm gonna get rid of maybe one of these. And see, we got 40k there. Let's get rid of speed, and then go back to HP. How about this? Okay. So by far our best bet and our only bet is gonna be this 2x31. So we're gonna yoink that. That was 40k. We're also about to pay 20k in braces. Wait, maybe? Because I'm ever... Oh, no. What am I going to do here? What am I going to do here? Do I want to Everstone the Adamants and randomly roll the IV? Oh, man. I keep making breeding. I haven't bred for profit in so long that I'm oofing and I'm making so many mistakes. Okay, I think at this point I just have to randomly roll nature. And I wanted to use the Adamant, but I think because of the breed... We're going to go... Why do they move the HP weight down here? It's so strange. So we're going to pay 10k for that. And then we're going to grab the defense one. Maybe plus 20k. I really wanted to Everstone. But I think due to this breed setup, it's better if I just go ahead and do it like this. And then just hope for the random roll in the nature, unfortunately. But I would have loved to keep the Adamant. That would have been really cool. But I think going for the safe 3x31 is better. 25 plus. It's a great breed. I do want to make sure I pay for this to come out male. Yep. So I think this breed in its entirety, it was 25k. I can just go ahead and price. It should be a really easy price check. That breed in its entirety cost me 25k for the braces, 40k for the one, so that's 65, and then 25k for the other. So 65 plus 25 is like what, 90k? I think this whole breed cost me 90k. I go ahead and price check it. Mineral, male. It's gonna look like this. I feel like this got to be profit, right? Yep, this whole breed cost me 90k, and I should be able to sell it pretty easily for at least 150, 160, 180. So, okay, we can at least take a sigh of relief there. Some profit will be made. All right, we got our Rotom and our Meditite hatched. Meditite came out quiet nature, unfortunately, but it came out really good IV-wise. Rotom came out relaxed nature like we wanted it to, okay? We'll go ahead and bank these for the time being. Probably in box 6, I guess. That'll be our box for today of like all the profit stuff we're selling. All right, next up, let's look for general flips. I am just going to do the most general stuff. The most general flips. Wait, these Litwicks feel really cheap for what they are. Did I not do... Here, let's do like... 1k for this? I'll yoink that up. Chandelure might very well become a very powerful Pokemon in the upcoming... We'll have to see. But this thing could absolutely become good in the upcoming... What's it called? So we'll see. Okay, looking for a breeder for this. It is female, which is actually really good. I could check for a Chaos Aid group. I'm gonna check for that. But I'll probably end up doing Ditto. Ditto might end up being cheaper. We'll go for male. A 2-1-31 speed is the issue. Honestly, this is like mostly... Wow, that's actually crazy. Lower these to 20s to see what we can find. 26k. The cool thing about a breed like this is I will be able to... I could ever send the naive nature, but do I really want to go for naive nature? Probably not, right? So it becomes better to, if I just get rid of the HP stat and do like this, I can pay the extra 10k. That's so nothing. Okay, let's check for Dittos. I think I'll be able to find a Ditto pretty easily with stats like this. Yep. Really, really good stats in this Ditto. 8k, and then I'll... Wait, that's not a Ditto. That's a Cleffa. What is happening? Okay. Let me... Dude, I am scatterbrained as hell today. Okay. Let's try this. Really? 30k? Okay, let's lower these to 2020. Man! Breeding for profit was so good for so long. I think I need to cut my losses and go, man. Breeding for profit was so good for so long, but I feel like now it's... Now that the game is so much more active, there's just not nearly as much room for profit right now. It's still worth to go ahead and check HP. 25k. The other one was what? It's cheaper to buy this Embrace. Yeah, hilariously. Alrighty, so that was 11k. Did I count the Litwit price? I don't know if I did. It was like 1k, right? Okay, so we'll do, and the Ditto was 11k. We'll do plus 12k, plus 2 braces, plus 20k. This Litwick breed is going to end up being what? 32k or something? 20k plus 12. Yeah, this ends up being 32k, which I should be able to profit on. I actually am pretty... Yeah, I should be able to profit on. I feel like I'm getting stressed about this stuff, but it's actually fine. Like even if I'm making like 5k or whatever. Yeah, the economy is so active right now. It's actually kind of absurd. I will pump this over onto Litwick, and then the speed over onto Ditto. Should look like this in the memer. Okay, that's good enough. Don't care about gender. We'll see how it rolls. All right, the Geodude hatched. Came out rash natured. That's fine. This will be that was 27 plus in both. That'll be a really good flip, honestly. A really good breed for profit. Dump that over here. Let's look for straight up flips now at this point. That seems really good. Am I crazy? I don't know if it's worth buying though. I'm kind of scared. Let's check really quick if I can. It's probably gone if it was good though. Alpha, bug, 3x31 like that. It's not even that good. I'm glad I didn't. There's so many market changes. I sniped a shiny tentacle on my main account earlier today for 1 mil, and I was like, oh shit, shinies are like 1.4 mil base price. Like, that's a really good snipe. Nope, dude, shinies have like totally gone down in value again. I think it's because prismatic pearls have been slowly going down a little bit. So we're seeing some changes, man. A lot of market changes are happening right now heading into holiday event season, dude. Let's look for a shiny flip, fellas. I'm down. It's finally that time. Jolly nature, third one special attack, humanoid. Ugh, not good. I've been seeing crazy cheap 2x31s recently, man. On 2 mil 2x31 shinies. It's been interesting. I don't know, like more, maybe because of the increased player base. Different. Oh, this is a great. Wait, this Ditto seems really good. Wait a minute. Just kidding, there's a better one for cheaper. What is happening right now? Dude, the economy is so different. I have so much to learn. It's just so strange right now is really the weirdest part. That is unbelievable. It's so strange. It's so different. Look at this Rapidash. That's actually an unbelievable Rapidash. It's male, but it's, or female, but it's still good for like, dude, there's some crazy shinies here for cheap prices. It's still good if someone wants, like this Persian? What? If someone wants to breed down like their male shiny Meowth or whatever, they can do that with this. Or breed. Yeah, that's so good, dude. I've had really good success with the Flying Egg group in the past. I want to check that out. Like this Dodrio. This Dodrio for modest nature. 2.1. Like, this might be worth getting, honestly. Someone just breeds an attack stat on it. It's Master Balled, so it means... I've had really good memes with Flying Egg groups. The issue is I'd be buying this for 2.1 and then selling it for what? Like 2.8? Probably, yeah, no, it's not. There's not enough margin. For shiny flips, you really have to you have to be able to get a lot. Since you're putting in so much, the return has to be pretty huge. Wow, whoa, Bug Aid group is like super underappreciated right now. It's kind of interesting. Water C. Let's check Field. Field's one of the more common shiny A groups. Not seeing any margins anywhere, to be totally honest. Plants. We'll just check A group by A group. Humanoid. We'll check Ditto. I should be looking at Dittos more. Ditto, honestly, is a really... There's some really interesting... Wait, really? I'm reading my mail, that's why. There's some really interesting options sometimes for shiny Ditto flipping. However, it's going to take so much of my capital to tie it up into one of them. But like this is timid? Dude, this feels like a flip. Is this the flip, boys? Timid nature? Missing special attack? This feels like a flip, right? That feels really good. I think I'm going to pull the trigger. Let me... like the cheapest Dittos. Timid. Yeah, I'm gonna pull the trigger. Woo! Okay, that's really scary. Missing special attack, missing speed. No, shredding. I so disagree with you. The whole point of why timid is good on a mon that is missing special attack. That's the whole point. The whole reason why this is good is because someone can take a 1x31 special attack shiny and breed it with it and get the nature. The speed can be lower. That's fine. The speed, they can like try to high roll the speed up to like 25 plus. Or yeah, this is or what they could do is have a 25 plus special attack or whatever mon and then do the brace 31 speed. No, this is like very good in my opinion. This is a very good flip in my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. We'll see. This feels like a very good flip to me. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of the nature. We're gonna price it out. Obviously, like there's not enough Dittos on the market to truly get the point that I'm trying to make and like really give you guys an accurate thing. But like the most comparable one is this one. But keep in mind, this one's bold nature. It has the 20 plus special attack. It has really good IVs for the bold nature and for the whatever. But I think it's mostly comparable still. I bought that for what, 5.8, correct? 5.8. We have to add plus 5.8 mil to the calculator in cost is hilarious. That's a hilarious number to input. Should I just start selling stuff off now since I have such an extreme cost now at basically 6 mil cost? What did this come out as? Gentle nature. Sure, let's start selling stuff. We're at 6 mil cost. Let's reset the calc and then go ahead and start selling. So first things first, we're at 6 mil-ish cost. I'm gonna list this Ditto for I think 7 something. Let's go ahead and double check again. I feel like this is a pretty solid flip, man. Maybe I'm copium. I feel like I go 7.2 on this. 7.2, something like that. Yeah, I think 7.2 is fair. IMO. Make sure I type it correctly. So 7.2 is our first expected memer. They'll take a while to sell, most likely. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like that's a very, very fair listing in my opinion. All right, let's see. We've got our Litwick. We're going to sell this off. Let's price check that. And this is why I like shiny flips so much. They take a long time and they're kind of risky, but you can see like I've so exceeded my expected profit on flips versus just flipping, breeding these or flipping these like couple mons for like much longer period of time, you know? I'm pretty sure I lost money on this Litwick hilariously, which is something I talked about. Yeah, that one hurts, but I could just keep it honestly in case the event pops off, but it doesn't have the plus special tech nature. Yeah, I'm gonna list it for 24,998. I think I lost money on that, unfortunately. We'll do plus 23k after listing fee. We'll do minus 25k here from the listing fee of the shiny Ditto as well. All right, next up, we've got the Jude. I think I do make some money on this. Can't make money on everything, you know, you just make mistakes sometimes. Let's do Alpha. Made sure to make it male. 31, 25, 31. I feel like this is going to be pretty solid, though. 25 is like 180k, right? 150. Let's do a group mineral. Gotta scroll down. Mineral. I think 180k, 160 maybe if I want to sell a little faster. I'll do 160. I think that's fair. And then 8k listing fee. So we'll do plus 40k profit. That's way too low. I'll do plus 150. So we'll do plus 10k on that. Okay. Now, moving on. We've got our Rotom. Once again, I think this breed, I made so many mistake breeds. I feel like this breed might have been a mistake as well, but that's okay. I think we still hilariously make money off it, even though I made mistakes. Let's see what this looks like. We'll do 20, 20, 20, 20. Cheapest, 35k. I think I hilariously made money on this, but it was just, I should have just flipped it, I think. But maybe getting it into a baby rotom form was worth it. I'm not sure. Its relaxed nature, I think, is usable in a hilarious way. This is like 50k. I think I'm gonna go just 34.99 like this and just undercut that one, make a little bit of profit on it. We'll do plus 33k. Then the last Pokemon to sell is this Meditite. Gotta make mistakes to learn, but you should make more mistakes so you learn more. Unironically glitched, especially like, I think hopefully this shows as well, like, even though I've been playing the game for so long, it doesn't matter because the market changed. Like, it does not matter how long I've been playing this game. It feels a little embarrassing to like do it on stream and stuff, but like that's, I don't know, that's, you know, a huge part of my brand, honestly, is like make mistakes and be very open and, you know, whatever with you guys, right? It makes sense, like, because I haven't bred for profit in so long, and I haven't like touched these things, and like the market has changed so much, I just had a lot to learn, and it makes sense that I made a lot of mistakes. So hopefully as we go on, it will improve and stuff, but it makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense. Yeah, absolutely. You have to also like make quick decisions. Absolutely glitched. Okay, 85k is obviously too high for mine, I think, here. But I could definitely do like, dude, that's crazy, the price. I probably do like 60k. I think that's fair. We'll do plus 56k after the fee for whatever reason. All right. So we spent around 6 mil, and we should have around 7.4 expected profit coming in. If we subtract the 6 mil we spent, it'll give us 1.4 mil, 1.437 expected profit in around a very short amount of time. Now, keep in mind, we only flipped for like, what, 30 minutes, 45 minutes? I've been live for 45 minutes. Keep in mind, with stuff like this, it's not just like free, easy money. There's a lot of game knowledge, a lot of experience, a lot of mistakes like I did in this video. It's not just, you know, easy, free, get rich quick. It's just not that, nothing's ever that simple. And then also keep in mind, you do have to wait for stuff to sell, which takes a fair amount of passive time. You don't have to like actually, you know, do that, right, or whatever, but it's still important to always qualify and notice when you see if you see big numbers in the title of like, oh, I made, you know, 2 mil in 15 minutes. I did, you know, kind of, right? But I think it's important to qualify all of those differences as well. All right, for the sake of things, let's check the 2012 market one more time. I do have 2.6 mil, and then I'll hop off this account and just let the flips sit and just have it passively do stuff over time. I love the idea of having an account that I pretty much only flip on, so that people can like actually see. I think people really like to see like the sales as opposed to just the expected profit, which isn't always doable on my main account when I have so many like moves going on all the time and stuff like that. And vice versa. I'm gonna look up random stuff in the background here, but it'd be really cool to have like I love the idea of PokeMMO Investments did this, aka Shadow. He did like a flipping series, like from Red Oni Mask, like Golden Dragon, or whatever, like flipping from 0 to you know, X amount of money, like from scratch on one account only for the flipping is a very cool concept. Looking up different 2012 mons that could be valuable here, things like Chansey, things like Tauros, which were Safari mons, Pinsir, for example. Things like Scyther. Difficult to catch Safari mons. I really do think chances are too cheap here. I might hop over to my main account and buy all these up. Snorlax. Snorlax is up there. Interesting one. We already checked Charizard. Let's say another static spawn or something like that in the 2012 era that we could check. Dratini is Dratini's kind of interesting. Those were Safari Zone only. Wow, Dratinis have gone up. Whoa, dude. These were not that expensive before. These have gone up tremendously. Dratinis and everything like that. Wow, that's actually nuts. That's actually nuts. Yeah, Ninetales. So yeah, I've sold Chanseys for like 600k. So I feel like that's like a HM companion. Honestly, yeah, it's kind of Giga Brain buying a 2012 mon to use it as an HM companion, so you actually have like a use out of it. That's very cool. Okay, that's what I'm gonna call it for now for Cool Duder. I'm sure we'll visit this account later, but hopefully we have some expected profit coming in, and I'll see you guys later with more of this account. Oh, yo! Oh, dude, it might be finally over. Oh, yes. Yes. The Ditto sold. Oh, and the Ditto sold, the Ditto sold, the Ditto sold, the Ditto sold, the Ditto sold. I was just waking up to check, waking up to see how things were going. Oh, geez. 7 million Pokeyen. Season 3 of Road to PokeMMO. Oh, man. Dude, I love this series, but I'm excited for this season to take a break, to be over, move on to the next season in due time. But man, oh, there it is, fellas. Should I claim it right now? Should I just sit for a sec, let it sink in? Man, that took way too long. It took way too... It's just 10 mil. It's just 10 mil. You know, it shouldn't have been that hard, but something in my mind clicked during this season, and it's been hard for me, so I apologize. But we did it. You know, that's all that matters. We finally pulled through. I don't think it's going to reach me quite to 10 mil hilariously. I think I'm going to be, like, right at the brink. Let's go ahead and collect the smaller ones. Yeah, I'm going to need, like, 40k Pokeyen, which is... really funny. There we go. Jeez Louise, dude. 9,960k. Shiny flipping is just unbelievable, and I think it's just so powerful. If you can take the risk, if you have the upfront capital, if you don't mind waiting, if you're patient, shiny flipping is unbelievable. It's a great way, even if like you're not... That's the craziest thing about it, is like even if you kind of like aren't enjoying the game or like don't really want to spend time, you're not really in the mood to make Pokeyen. If you're not in the mood to make Pokeyen, shiny flipping is still perfect for you. It's still that good. Oh, that's awesome. All right, let's finish up by making 40k Pokeyen. You know what I can do? It's currently the Halloween event. I could go do like, I have 3 regions done. I could go do like 3 of the mini bosses or something. That's kind of easy peasy cute-so. I could also sell all my Dittos finally that I've been like kind of sitting on from that Ditto farming. Dude, I've just been straight up lazy on this account, and I'm still making Pokeyen, which is awesome. Dittos are worth really good money right now. Like this one's jolly 31 speed. During the Halloween event, during certain events, Dittos really go up in price. So I think during the Halloween event and then during the anniversary event, Dittos and Pokemon with IVs just go up in price because they're desired to actually get Pokemon for the event itself. Like Jolly 31 speeds like 15k, which is really, really cool. I'm gonna go ahead and list that. But outside of, or during other events, during other events like the Lunar New Year and the Christmas event where Pokemon actually aren't needed, usually Pokemon like this go down in value. So it's better to sell these things now during the events they're actually needed in, since you don't need Pokemon of your own before the Christmas or the Lunar New Year event to a decent extent. Okay, we listed all the 1x31s Dittos, and some of them have already been selling off. Let's just go ahead and collect what's already sold. I don't think it's going to get us quite the 10 mil. Yeah, no, it doesn't, right? But it's actually really, really close. 9,000 Pokeyen away. What better way to end this series than just going ahead and beating a gym or 2 in our gym run? I'm not actually going to do a full gym run right now, but I think it just really exemplifies the progress of an account. Well, actually, we could just go collect that Ditto, but you know what? We're already here. Gym reruns are so much of what progresses an account, and they're so important for that pure Pokeyen and getting your capital up started, and this really shows it. With this Sceptile and Ferrothorn defeated, it should be time to go ahead and call it. Here it is, the final eruption, the final gym leader defeated on this account for at least quite a while. Are you kidding me? I'm 33 Pokeyen away? Okay, I see how it is. That's just too, okay, dude. We got some more Dittos sold. Let's head back to the GTL for an anticlimactic ending. I know it's not the most exciting thing in the world, but you know what? Making Pokeyen isn't always the most exciting thing in the world. It can be. I think we've seen throughout this series the 2x31 catches, the really cool shinies, the interesting things that happen with the market at certain times. When Pokemon change tiers in PvP, you can abuse things to make money. I think the main point of this series was to show off all of the Pokeyen that could be made in PokeMMO, and there it is, over 10 million Pokeyen on this account now. Pushing around 311 hours, which is really cool. 3 regions defeated, 10 million Pokeyen, a little bit of BP as well, lots of progress, good utility Pokemon, and a full PvP team. Thank you guys so much for watching this series, experiencing all of the dips and flows, all of the valleys and peaks, and everything PokeMMO had to offer. It may not be what everybody wanted, but I'm happy with it, and it's honestly what I wanted. If you guys want to see Season 4, make sure to let me know. I don't plan on doing it anytime soon. I think I definitely need a break from this kind of gameplay, but I have enjoyed my time here. Hopefully you've enjoyed your time here, and make sure to like the video if you enjoyed your time here. Dislike if not. Subscribe to the channel for daily PokeMMO videos. Follow the Twitch for streams Monday through Thursday at 12 p.m. ET. Discord's links down below if you're interested in that, and if you want to go above and beyond and support my content, YouTube memberships, Twitch Primes, Twitch subs, and PayPal/Venmo are all links down below. Have a great day, play PokeMMO, and have success. Peace, guys. Yo, Patrouski here. Firstly, thank you so much for watching till the very end of the video. I truly hope it was worth your time today. And secondly, thanks to everybody whose name is listed here. You guys all go above and beyond and allow me to make daily content. Thanks again. Have a great day.